Hello, my name is Felix Hooper and today I'm going to be interviewing Brent from SiteTech. Hello Brent, how are you?
I'm fantastic, mate. Very, very good. Saturday morning and it's great to be here.
Yep, Saturday's always a great day to do things. So, what do you do?
I'm a technical and account manager and I look after technology in civil construction, in mining and also buildings.
Right, so what are some of the equipments you use and what do you do? Do you work in the offices or do you use the machinery?
I do a bit of both. So the equipment we use is anything from laser scanners through to drones that we can fly in the air to machine control. And I'll spend a lot of time out of the office talking to my customers to work out what they're trying to build, on how that technology can be used, and then I spend equally the same amount of time back in the office pricing it all up and working out the best way to get that equipment to them.
Right, so whereabouts is your company based?
Our head office is in here in Brisbane and the parent company Trimble is based over in America.
Right, so that's a big difference. So like your company here is here in Brisbane where we are now, and then the parent company is basically on the other side of the world.
Yep.
Yeah, so whereabouts are your mines?
In mines, so mainly through middle of Queensland is where a lot of our mines are. There's a place we call the Central Queensland Coal Belt, and that's where most of our mines are run from, but I actually just supply the equipment to those mines.
Right, so what sort of equipment do you supply and what is the most common equipment you use for the architecture and all the building that you do?
So in the mines, probably the machine controls where we use the GPS satellites to be able to position those bulldozers very, very accurately. And in the building space, we'll use scanners where we'll actually measure down to millimetres. So that's probably the most common equipment that we use.
Wow, that's so amazing. A machine that can measure down to millimetres. So, just before we started this interview, we were talking a bit about some of the equipment that we use, which is just over here, like those laser scanners. So, how much are they worth?
You could spend anything from about $50,000 for a scanner up to about $200,000 to $300,000 for a scanner, which is a fair bit of money.
That is a lot of money. So why are they so expensive?
Because of their accuracy and the technology inside them, and there's a lot of research that has to go in to make sure that when they're taking their measurements, that they're measuring down to those millimetre accuracy. They're full of lasers and cameras, and it's sort of the technology that is groundbreaking, and with that becomes a lot of research, so that's probably why the cost is up there.
Yeah, so what do you do with the scans that you do?
So after they've scanned the building, for example, if we've come in and scanned this building, the architects will take that, they'll put it inside their computer and then they'll use it to take measurements to work out how big the room is, where they can put the pipes in, maybe the concrete columns, or they might be putting air conditioning in. So they'll use those scans to really work out the space to make the final designs for the builders.
Yeah, so when you use the drone to take the pictures of the site that you're using, how does it take those pictures and put them together to make it look like it's just one big picture?
Yeah, so when the drones are flying along, they're taking lots and lots of photos. So in about 20 minutes, they'll take about 400 to 500 photos. And we have a very special computer that will take all the GPS positions of those photos, and the computer looks at the different colours to add all the photos to make one great big mosaic.
Wow, that's really amazing how it can take that many photos and then it can basically digitally create them without a person having to put them together. It's amazing how far technology has come.
Certainly is, and I think technology, we're only at the beginning of where some of this technology is going, and I think as computers get faster and we get better computer chips in the world, this is just the beginning of where things are going to go.
Definitely. So, how accurate is currently the most accurate laser scanner?
Most laser scanners can pick up better than 1 to 2 millimetres in accuracy. That's probably the accuracy that you probably need. Most rulers and most people can only measure down to 1 millimetre.
Right. Thank you so much for your time today. But I have one last question.
Sure.
would you rather be working in the office or would you rather be working in the machinery?
Look, I think I'd prefer to work outside because I like meeting people and I like to see things being built. Sitting in an office is okay, but it's a bit boring at times. So I like to be out there amongst the dirt and the dust and the concrete and the noise.
Yeah, that's always awesome. Thank you so much for your time today.
You're great, mate. Not a problem at all.
Thank you.
Cheers.